But first tonight, when police rule a case closed, you're likely to believe them.
But KXAN has uncovered an Austin police report that seems to tell a different story in the case of a 20-year-old woman's death earlier this year. APD determined she killed herself, but there are a lot of unanswered questions about what happened on Winstead Lane. KXAN investigator Dawn Denny explains that could lead to the case being reopened.
I looked out and I saw at least a half dozen police cars.
Ruth Steele lives just a few doors down from the scene of the crime.
Things like this rarely happen in this part of town.
20-year-old Sarai Langford's death in early March was called in by a 26-year-old man who lives here at 1800 Winstead. That man told Austin police he met Sarai while she worked as a bartender and dancer at the Down in Texas saloon. Sarai moved in with him. 6 days later, she was dead. According to the police report, Sarai had a single gunshot wound to the back of her head. At the hospital, doctors found no powder burns on her hands. When officers arrived on scene, they saw the body, but no gun. According to the police report, the man who called 911 told police he had put the suicide weapon in a nightstand drawer. The report goes on to say that gun had been wiped clean. And the report says there were 2 spent casings in the cylinder. Another officer noted there was possibly a disturbance that happened before the shooting. Still another officer says the 911 caller started acting strangely and refused to answer more questions. APD admits they did test that man's hands for gunpowder residue, but they never ran the results. The investigation remained open for a month.
I'm curious because it seems to me very unlikely to be a suicide.
In April, APD closed the case, saying foul play is not suspected. But they did also say if more questions are raised, they'll take a closer look. Dawn Denny, KXAN News.
And we spoke with the man in question. He said he did not want to speak to us about what happened and that he just wanted to put it behind him. We'll keep you posted on what happens with this case.